This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. So, for those of you not in the loop, over the weekend, Idolmaster announced that the next produced SSR is going to be the one and only Chiyuki, who we thought was not going to get a P-SSR soon because she just got a PSR from an event card. So now our casual stroll through True Ends, just trying to like 100% all of our True Ends, is now a rapid frantic dash through our better SSR True Ends to get as many jewels as possible. So we're starting today. We're going to do some dailies real quick. We're actually going to work on the weekly, so we're going to do 5 fests real quick, and then we're going to go right into those True Ends. So here we go. And I did turn off my push to talk today. See how that works. If you hate it, let me know. We'll switch it back. I don't mind the honest feedback. But good morning. Let's get into some Idolmaster. And if you are one of the people who just recently followed me on the weekend, don't worry. We're going back to old SNES games next weekend. But during the weekdays, especially with the Chiyuki event coming up, we are grinding out these jewels. So just resetting the jobs real quick. This is just the passive income you can get leveling up characters. And then we're going to do the PvP mode. Technically it's PvE, but it is against other players' teams, so it can get a little risky. We don't need to win, we just need to play 15 times. Your energy stores up to 5. Let's see here. I did throw up a little Nihongo practice there in the bottom left. I'll show you guys when we get to promises. I think that's the only thing. Oh, another update. We finally convinced the wife to play some shiny colors because she was convinced by the fact that they're having an anniversary event where you're gonna get, starting March 24th here, you're gonna get a free 10 pull every single day for 3 weeks. And that's like a week worth of jewels every single day for 3 weeks. So it's kind of a good time to start shiny colors if you haven't played it yet. I do highly recommend it. Because we're getting, that's the pre-anniversary event. So for the pre-anniversary event, we are getting, what is that? Like 210 free pulls, as opposed to a certain other mobile game I play, which may or may not have the word fire in its title, and heroes and emblem, where we're really not getting anything at all for their anniversary event. In shiny colors, we are getting a ton of stuff in our event. Another thing that was announced is we are getting 3 more idols, which definitely mixes things up. I'm guessing we're going to get more of their cards for a while until they catch up to the number of cards everyone else has. But I could be wrong. Maybe we'll just have fewer cards for them for a while. But you'd assume they'd want to catch them up eventually. Everyone has around 5 or so produced cards, and I'm not sure how many support cards. I didn't count those since we're working on those True Ends right now. Well, this is a nice stack. We got our Vocal Girl buffing Vocal, and then we go right back into her and buff our other 2 stats so we can switch off now that we've mastered the Vocal Judge. But we're blasting through this pretty fast here. So we want to get into those true end runs. One sec, there's a question in the Discord about whether or not the abilities that hit for harder when your mental is low are useful at all. And the answer is absolutely yes if you're using the right team for it. Good morning, Kozaroni. Awesome. I'm glad you're actually learning something and I'm not just teaching the void. Feel free to ask any questions. I appreciate you tuning in. So my Alstro team here. Can you guys hear my cat in the background? We move their litter boxes into the rim, so maybe a little bit of noise. But my Alstro team here, the reason I love them so much is they have these 0.7 to 3.5 skills, which both happen to be up right now, which actually are one of the only skills I've seen in the game where the higher your mental is, the higher on the scale it's hitting. Most of the time it's like the skill gets stronger as your mental lowers. So because of that, even turn 1 they're hitting incredibly hard. So this will hit for around a 3.5 skill. As you can see, it was almost 45,000. So it might not be enough to get the max hit here since we focused on vocal at the beginning, but it was close. Let me respond to this Discord message real quick. I was typing there and got distracted. We got to do one more fest and then we'll go right into those true ends. Alright, still want to go for vocal if possible. But we may not get the cards in the stack for our last run. Oh, there we go. Double Chiyuki. She never fails me. I'm excited to see what abilities the new P-SSR has, because all the newer cards, you know, in typical gacha fashion have been getting a little bit stronger. So we'll have to see if it's a good enough skill to replace our center Chiyuki with that. This Chiyuki I'm using as the center of my fest team is the first card, I think, that I ever true ended. And it was like the very first time I produced her, and it was just like super easy to do. So that's why we're using her as our center, because she has a really strong mental appeal, and she's grade A. Alright, let's see. Gotta train a unit at least once a day for the daily quest. Let's sort by level here. Getting this Rinze up, that's for sure. Making our way downtown. Her max level is 75 because she's a fully limit broken SSR. Actually no, she's 3 out of 4. We need one more for that final skill. Alright, taking a quick and we're going into our true end runs. So, since we are focusing on SSR true end runs, which are worth twice as much as SR true end runs, we're probably going to go single stat. Whatever because SSR produced cards typically have an actually good skill, like this right here, visual 3 times. So we could go for a pure visual run for Natsuha here, and it wouldn't be terrible. So I'm going to go into my idle list here. It's a little bit faster to look at skills in the idle list, I think. We'll sort by visual. Definitely going to use the Tenka. Probably use Hiyori as well. I think this Maguru's Dance. Tenka, Hiyori, Chiyoko. Normally you wouldn't necessarily want to use an event card, but because this Kogane has a visual 2 appeal that is different than the visual 2.5 that everyone else can get, so we can get her 2, and get one of these supports 2.5, and then we can get Natsuha's 3, and we'll actually be able to stack 3 different strong visual hits onto our run. And so I think this is a vocal card. But is this mono visual? No. So that may be the end of our strong visual cards. But we can always put just another strong card. Ooh, our rare is near the top here. Can always just put another strong card in the guest slot since it won't give us a skill during our auditions. But this Kaho is actually a pretty good visual card, so we will go with that. So now I gotta remember who I picked. So we're grabbing Tenka, Hiyori, Kogane, Kaho, and I think it was Chiyoko. Let's switch the Kaho out here because our Kogane is not max level yet. Before we start this run, let's level her up real quick because she's close to a 10 break here. So if you see, we'll get her up to 60 and she should get new skills. So this is Radio Mastery Visual. If you don't know katakana, they're a little hard to tell what the skills do. You'll have to look them up on the wiki. But basically when you're in the radio room with her, she will give you more of the visual stat, which is really nice because we're going to be doing radio room a lot in season 1. And we are going for a visual build. So hopefully she shows up there at the beginning. And I'll try and point that out. Good morning, Jackie. How are you doing this fine morning? I think you missed the announcement, Juggy, but we are in full-on panic mode. We need to get these true ends as fast as possible because Best Girl is getting a new SSR produce card, and the only way we're getting that is if we have a lot of jewels when that comes out. Although once it comes out, I think she's going to be out for about 2 weeks or so. And it sounds like she's not limited. Appreciate the good luck wish on the run, Kozuroni. We're going for it. Alright. Yeah, what I'm saying, so do you know what gacha games are, Juggy? Have you played any of them where you can sort of roll for characters? Yes. Yeah, we're going through our SSR, so they're going to have more interesting outfits. This Natsuha outfit is, oh shoot, we only used our notebook instead of our notebook and our judge switch up. So we may have made a mistake already. Alright, so she does want to do vocal. We'll do promises until she's at about 2 or 3 memory appeal, and then we're not going to worry about it. We're just going to go for the true end. But yeah, I should have used an item. Because we are focusing only on one stat, we can very easily lose the run just because the judges don't line up in wing prelims and wing finals. So there is an item you can use during your run that allows you to switch the judge order and try and get a better setup for a visual run. So unfortunately, I forgot to bring that because I'm just so used to only bringing the notebook. So if we fail here, we'll bring it next time. We're going to go for this 16% because Hiyori is in the visual room, and I just happen to remember that Hiyori has a very strong buff for visual when she's in that room. Alright, it's time to sleep. Didn't get a rest boost from any of our supports, but that's okay. Getting tons of these morning communications, which is great because our tension's maxed now, and I think Chiyoko has a buff when tension is maxed. Hiyori's in the radio room again. Let's do it. We're getting just barely enough fans that if we, in the visual room. We have enough fans that we can do radio room this week. Of course she's going to ask for a promise, though we're going to have to say no because we have to do the radio room. Oh, she didn't ask. One of the times where we don't want a promise ask. Okay, run's going good. We're at almost 200 visual and mental. So we've been getting good idols in the room so far. I didn't unmute. Trying to tell this friend in the Discord about the build. So Tenka also gives us a visual buff. So we're really getting our visual idols in the visual room, and we're happy about it. We are season 2. We do need to win one audition this season. Are we getting Natsuha cutscene? You'll appreciate this, Juggy, since all you care about is the physical appearance of the idols. So there's our cute bikini cutscene. This is the Redhead you said you liked at the beginning. We are going through her SSR card. This is actually the first SSR I pulled when I did my initial beginner rolls. That is another nice thing about shiny colors as opposed to other gachas. They actually have a reroll system in the game instead of forcing you to create multiple accounts. We're getting these perfects. We're over 300 visual already, start of season 2. Here we go. Getting the good communications. We're at memory appeal level 2. So we're only going to do promises at this point if they line up with what we want to do. Or if they're not too out of the way. Got Tenka in the visual room. I think if we only have one person in visual or radio, we'll probably do an audition next time. This card's really nice. We're getting a lot of communication events. I think you get more for having an SSR. I think they proc more often. Cogger's in the visual room. Not a real good buff there. Visual is second place. So let's start buying some skills. So here's our visual times 3, which is insane. We'll go up Kaho's because she has this visual 50% unlocked. Start replacing our other stats, and then we'll go up Cogger's for the visual 2. I should probably also be doing the talk show room. We're going to need more SP to unlock our visual cap here. And I've made a huge mistake. Yeah, to be fair though, we do have until the P-SSR starts going away. So we've got, what, it's like 2 weeks or so until that new event's going to go away. 1 or 2 weeks. So we should be good. I like this Natsuha skill because it hits for 3 times, and the downside of it is it buffs everyone else's visual, which is not a big downside if no one else has good visual. So we're hitting perfect. easy audition for season 2. We'll get the mental appeal here for the cutscene. I love the after school theme, standing on the tables. When you started earlier this month? Oh, I see. Yeah. I agree. The ability to just re-roll right when you start is amazing. Because, I mean, yeah, I agree. I sort of rolled all day the first day, but I realized that it probably didn't really matter which SSRs I got, as long as I got 2 or 3 of them to start with. Alright, we got friends in the vocal room. We need to start looking for that talk show room. We are going to need a lot more SP to get all the skills that we want. There's Tenka in the talk show room. There's 2 girls in the mental room, and it's a perfect. Once we hit over 300 mental, we should be good to go. So we're almost completely done with radio room. 64% fail rate. Let's go ahead and rest up. I am dehydrated today. Alright. Let's head into Season 3. We do need to win 2 auditions Season 3. So it's going to be a little rough to get all of our stats. Let's see who's got a quick visual up. I guess we're going up Kogane's tree. So now our entire stack is visual. No matter what, we will get visual every single time. We need 90 SP. We've got Tenka and Hiyori in the visual room. We cannot pass that up. Our visual is capped until we uncap it now. So we're going to go for some SP and some auditions. Talk show also gets a little bit of mental, which is nice, but we need about 38 more SP until we can uncap. 16%, we'll go for it. Okay, 10 more SP to go. We'll rest. We need to win 2 auditions here. So we have 3 weeks for 2 auditions. I think even if visual is 3rd place, we might be able to go for a 1st place with a different stat in these next 2 weeks. So we will see what our options are. Okay, visual should be completely capped. It sure is. Let's uncap that. Go up to 550 at least. Can even go for a 2nd visual 2 skill. So no matter what, we will have pretty strong abilities. Okay, we're going to try for this spotlight. Let's see what we are fighting for here. Shiny audition list. So in Spotlight, Vocal is fighting for 1st place, and no one's fighting for 2nd place. So we probably can't beat Vocal at their own game for 1st, so we're going for a 2nd place Dance, just with our massive visual stat. We should be able to completely demolish it. Hitting for 5k, everyone else is hitting for 2.7. Let's buff the visual. I was hoping they wouldn't last hit vocal here, but they will. That's alright. We're gonna memory appeal, hit pretty hard. 21. We didn't win because we're going for Dance 2nd, but we got 2nd, and that's all you need. So in the next 2 weeks, hopefully visuals in the top 2 one time. so that we can win that next audition. Cool, there's our 12 visual. I think we're just going to keep grinding SP at this point. Visual's pretty much capped still. Unfortunately, I don't know if I have another uncapped for it. So 550 may be our max. We may have chosen our supports a little bit incorrectly here. But if we keep grinding SP, we should get plenty of passive procs going during this run. Alright, so visual second. Once again, we'll probably do that. Let's see here. Mental, cap, dance, dance, dance. Oof, feels bad. So we don't have a visual on cap we can do. I think we're going to grab these two from Kogane. And then go for the 80% visual on Natsuha as one of our final skills. So we're fighting for visual here, which is nice. We will actually hit this judge harder. Hitting for 11k feels pretty good. Hit for 3 times visual with Natsuha's skill. This is why SSRs are pretty easy to true end compared to SRs, because they actually have some useful skills on their tree. Oh, so close. Didn't quite hit that last appeal, but still first place. Okay, so we have enough fans coming into the last season here. Once again, I'm really sad we didn't bring a plus 100 uncap. I don't know if we have one for visual. Let's go vocal here, because I think our visual is capped or close to. Look at all these wasted stats. Alright. Well, regardless, we're happy that we were able to get to the cap. It is visual first place this time. We're grabbing Cogger's other skill. Look at this sweet, sweet visual stack. Alright, so we are fighting for first place, I believe, here in the legend. Actually, wait, we're still on season 3, so we don't need to do that. So let's check. No one's in this room, but we're going to go for it anyways. Ooh, we're going to fail the 3%. Not the end of the world. We lose a little bit of SP there. We'll come back. Is this the first time we've used Christmas Tree Kogane? Looks like it. Getting tons of visual that we don't need, and that's fine. That's just fine. Okay, heading into season 4. We need to win the legend 4 times. It is visual first here. So really, we can go anytime visuals in the top 2, because even if it's number 2, we have enough visual, we should be able to win. But we'll find out, I guess. I think a support's 2.5 will hit harder than R2. That was what, 8.9 on Tenka? Oh, R2's hitting harder. Natsuha's got some beefy visual skills. The only thing we shouldn't do if visual is second is use our buff skill right at the beginning, because it will buff their visual. Ooh, 700 away from last hit there. Feels bad. Getting the bad also feels bad. Alright, second place. 3 more auditions to win, no visual to grind, we can just go for SP. We could go a little more mental if we wanted, just to make it easier to hit the perfects. We'll see. If there's a lot of girls in the radio room, we'll do it. Do need to rest at some point here. We'll get some secondary vocal. I don't know if that even helps hitting the vocal judge with visual skills. Maybe a completely garbage stat for us. And that's okay. All these dance uncaps on my visual girls. Very strange. Okay. Visual's third. We need to rest, so we will. Visual is second. We are actually fighting for visual here in second place. Feels bad, but we'll do it. How did we lose that tension there? We just got some more. Interesting. Okay, we're hitting for 9.5. The opponent is hitting for 9.3. It's a little risky. So hopefully we get our ooh, getting a good. We might not win this one. We do have the link appeal. Ooh, just barely. We were probably about 100 ahead of them. Okay, so if we don't get our 2.5 on Natsuha, or our 3 times on Natsuha, it is pretty tough to win that second place visual. But we can do it. So we really want the visual in first place. It's just super easy wins for us. Because our stats are maxed out, we can do promises no problem now. If she just wants to do a vocal or dance lesson, we don't mind it. Visual first place. Of course there's 2 girls in the SP room, but we can't pass up an easy visual win here. Oh, we lost the tension when we failed the room. That's what it was. I'm like, we're seeing our tension go up a little bit when we say the right things again. It's because we lost some. Alright. Nice, easy win. It's always good to use your big hit before that, what is it, turn 3? Because afterwards the judges do hit with their debuff skills. So if you have a really big hit, you don't want to use it while you happen to be debuffed by the judge you're hitting. Alright, visual second place. Only 1 girl in the SP room, so we'll fight for it. We got 40 SP, so we can grab one of these nice golden skills here. We'll try and get 70 SP before the end, but we'll see how that goes. We've only got 3 weeks, I don't think we'll be able to hit it. Maybe if we get some events, I think those give a little bit of SP. Alright, so like I said, we're not using our buff skill right off the bat. It will buff our opponent. But we did get our 2.5 on Natsuha, which is a big help. Because that hit for 12k. Alright, we hit 18 points. I really don't know if it's as much as we wanted. We only have memory 2, so that's not going to last hit anything. Alright, still barely hit second. Phew. Not too bad. Alright. We have enough fans. We didn't bring our item to re-roll the judges, so we're really praying just for some good luck here for this run. Pretty easy to hit A rank with a pure visual run, I guess. Even though you have to fight for scraps in second. Let's get a little bit more SP, a little bit more mental. Let's hope we got some girls in the SP room. We do not. So we're not going to get enough for Natsuha's buff. Thank you, Kozuroni. We are praying. 16% chance. We gotta go for it. Didn't work out for us, at least it wasn't a crit fail. So we have 30 SP going into Wing. Wing is going to be pretty rough. If Visual is in first place, we're fighting for that. If Dance is in first place, we are fighting for second, no matter what it is, and trying to last hit Dance. And if Vocal's in first place, I think we go Vocal regardless, because we're fighting a Dance and a Visual for first place. So I think Dance first place and Visual third place is the worst possible situation here. Visual is first place. We're fighting for it. It's going to be really rough. But I'm hoping it might actually be a little bit easier than Legend Audition, because Legend Audition is pretty tough. We actually got a Visual passive first turn with a 2.5, so the enemy is only hitting for 8.7. And we are hitting for a truckload. So that was an easy Visual win here. And now we are trying to make sure that we just stay ahead of anyone else getting a lot of points randomly. I think we should be good. We actually... Ooh, we lost enough tension that we can't memory appeal here? That feels bad. So we didn't quite last appeal. Oh, but we top appealed Dance as well. So easy quarterfinals win. And now we pray that Wing Finals is not Vocal. If Wing Finals is Vocal, we lose because we can't reroll it. Which is why you bring the reroll item. It's for Wing Finals. So if we get Visual first, easy true end. 40 SP, we can actually buy our 80% buff. Fuck. Alright, well we lose. Unfortunately that just happens if you don't have a reroll item. We'll fight for second place Visual and try and get the last hit on Vocal, but I think that's going to be near impossible. We got our crazy 80% Visual buff with our 2.5 Visual. If Visual was first place, we'd be screaming right now, because look at that 22k hit. Got another buff with our 3 times appeal. Okay, we need the last hit Visual here to even have a chance. We're actually at 27. There's a small chance if we last hit here. Ooh! Oh, we beat... Oh, we beat AI Natsuha in her own game. We last hit first place. We last hit second place. We max appealed second place. We did it. Wow, I'm really surprised we won when Vocal was first place. That was insane. I'm super surprised. I'm so happy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow. Alright. So that was a very quick, very easy true end run. And we have quite a few SP. This may actually be my best visual card I've created. We've gotten 4, I should say, gold visual skills. Let's just grab some more random visual passives off of our... Look at these 21% buffs. Alright, if this Natsuha is on any team at all, that team is set for visual. Holy moly. Our first Natsuha True End. So we've now unlocked EX skills for her cards. We got a Vocal plus 10 at the start, Idle Bonds plus 3 on support cards, Vocal plus 20, so a silver skill for Hiyori. We're happy with that. Oh, I should go mark that card. What am I doing? Here's our True End. We don't speak Japanese. We'll go through it sometime later. Maybe. Do your best. True End. Excellent. Weekly quest for creating an idle and produce mode. 6,000 jewels for knocking out that Natsuha card. We're at 30k. Feeling a little bit better. I think it took us 26,000 jewels or so to pull the Maid Natsuha on her banner. So what is next?